I have to start with a warning. If you'd prefer to live in blissful ignorance of the amount of fat in Olive Garden Alfredo sauce, then you might want to skip ahead. Olive Garden Alfredo sauce has 43 grams of fat in it. Oy, no wonder it tastes so good. It also has 440 calories, 5 carbs, and 8 grams of protein per serving. Now, if you're like me and you love Alfredo sauce, you'll be relieved to know that I've created a healthier version. My Gentle Tummy Alfredo sauce only has 12 grams of fat per serving, and it has 180 calories, 3 carbs, and 14 grams of protein. That's almost double the amount of protein that was in the Olive Garden Alfredo sauce. And I love how I feel when I eat my sauce because it's anti-inflammatory and it's easily digestible. And it features one of my favorite supercharged superfoods, which is Greek yogurt. To make my Alfredo sauce, we're gonna start by prepping our ingredients. And we'll start with Parmesan cheese. Now, I prefer to buy the block of Parmesan and then grate it myself, because if you buy the pre-grated cheese, it has a cellulose coating on it, which keeps the strands from sticking to each other. So for this recipe, you'll just need 1 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. The next thing I prep is my garlic. I have the stainless steel garlic press, which makes it super easy to enjoy fresh garlic. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this chamber with 2 nice big cloves of garlic. And now I've got this ready to go. And I'm gonna go ahead and add it to my little cup with my herbs so that I can add them together at the same time into my saucepan. So just simply give that a squeeze and all that delicious garlic comes spewing out. We'll take a spatula and scrape that down into our container there. Garlic is what really defines the taste of a delicious Alfredo sauce. Now we're ready to start making our sauce. I begin by adding 1 tablespoon of butter to the pan and then slowly stir it around as it begins to melt. Then I add in roughly 3 cloves of garlic, as well as 1 teaspoon of Italian spices. I also add an additional teaspoon of dried parsley. Then gently stir them together as the butter continues to melt. This is definitely the best part because you'll begin to smell the garlic and the herbs as their aroma is being released into the melting butter. Then mix that around for about a minute until all those ingredients are combined. Next, add in 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt, and then stir that around until the yogurt melts and blends in. Then you add in 1 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, and then stir that gently until it's completely melted. If you'd like to have your sauce a little bit on the thinner side, add 2 tablespoons of almond milk and stir those in. Continue to stir it for about a minute or 2 until you can tell that all the cheese is melted, and then your sauce is ready to serve. Now I'll share with you 2 of my favorite ways to enjoy this Alfredo sauce. The first is to just cook up some fettuccine noodles, and you can use some regular durum wheat noodles or gluten-free depending on the diet of your family. And then we can go ahead and take our Alfredo sauce, give it a quick stir, and just pour that right in with those noodles. Toss our noodles in that yummy creamy sauce. I can smell the Parmesan cheese and the garlic of a classic Alfredo sauce. Let's take our serving bowl here, put in some of our noodles. My second favorite method for enjoying this Alfredo sauce is a more low-carb option using spaghetti squash noodles. I just cooked the spaghetti squash in the oven to soften it and be able to remove it from the skin. And we can pull out those spaghetti noodles that give you a similar texture to the pasta. And give a quick stir. We'll add some of our delicious Alfredo sauce. Add some Parmesan cheese on top as a garnish. And then to make this even more delicious, we'll add some chicken. And this would be delicious with a side of broccoli or some roasted carrots or any other vegetable that you love. Well, that's how easy it is to make my healthy Alfredo sauce. And now for the best part, is sampling. That is delicious. I definitely prefer the spaghetti noodles because they really soak up the flavor and it's giving me another vegetable on my plate. If you have any extra sauce, you can store it in the fridge, but because of the butter, I should probably finish chewing before I talk. Now, if you have any extra sauce, you can store it in the fridge in an airtight container. Now, because it contains cheese and butter, it is going to solidify, but that's okay. As soon as you take it out of the fridge, you can reheat it on your stove, or you can quickly warm it up in the microwave, and it will taste just as delicious. Now, of course, I have nothing against Olive Garden because it's definitely one of our favorites, but I appreciate it for inspiring me to make this version that I can eat at home. and that's a little bit easier on my stomach. It is so easy and delicious. You really have to give this a try.